Okay, good morning. This is the update following the regular meeting of council that was held yesterday for January 27th. Chris, yes, we are going to continue using these chairs. It is what it is, and sorry about your leisure suit. I'll just roll through the agenda and highlight a few things that we dealt with. Couple of delegations that came forward yesterday. One is Jamie Kinghorn is trying to arrange an annual event for the hot air balloons, which I think is an excellent idea. That was something else last year, and to have it an annual event and an international event is what he's trying to bring to High River. Council sure had no hesitation in supporting what he's doing. So. The other one is Greg Wagner came with a birding group to look at putting together an interpretive center in town that would enhance the Frank Lake area, the birding that goes on out there, and there's a number of sites in High River that they're looking at making into a little bit more of a birding destination for people. So. Business Tourism Advisory Committee is something that we did a bylaw for to just adjust the mandate of that committee and define its roles a little bit better since the flood. Another committee we started was the Planning and Renewal Advisory Committee. This is a committee that will be directly involved with the redevelopment of downtown, and not only downtown but the whole town, and how everything we do with the redevelopment downtown affects everybody in every area in town. And so that committee is a committee of High River citizens that will be lending their expertise and their thoughts as to how this is all going to come together, because High River rebuilds High River. So the other one is the High River Advisory Committee, formerly always known as HRAC. This one is an extremely important committee for us, as it involves the MD of Foothills, Town of High River, as well as our citizens groups. When we're talking anything about the Highwood River and diversion, berms, dikes, all these things, and how it affects everybody from upstream through the MD, downstream through the MD. So that's a very important one to us. There was a notice of motion regarding downtown parking, and we've directed administration just to look into a proposal that was done by an engineering firm earlier on for parking between McLeod Trail and George Lane Park, and that's something that one that I'm really interested to see how that might come into play. I'm pretty sensitive when it comes to the park. So. Another notice of motion was the request to the government of Alberta. This is in regards to the DRP program, and there was two motions and Cole's notes of it. Basically what we're asking is for more people to be involved in assessing these files to get the process moving faster, and the other one is to allow for interim payments. So if your final payment was $15,000, can we get a check cut for 10 to get people going now and deal with the small portion of it later? And so that's the reason for those motions. And the government is going to be announcing some changes with DRP this week, we're told, so we're looking forward to hearing what that is. Few member at large appointments, and these are important to mention for me because it's important to me to recognize these people when they do step up and come forward, and they're all here to help all of us out in town. So Tammy Mills will be on the High River Arts and Culture Board. Pamela Guthrie Fleming will be on the High River Family and Community Support Services Committee, and the Community Donation Advisory Committee, CDAC is what it's known as. We've defined that one, and the applications that came in and the people that will be involved are Laura Brankovich, David Mazzaro, Celia Penman, Bev Warner, Penny Leckie, and Joanne Austin. CDAC is something that's we're really keeping a close eye on right now, and I'm going to be sending an email off, and I've already talked to Bev Warner about this, that right now the funds have to be directed through one of the NGOs. The problem is, and then the NGOs come in and help fix your house. The problem with that is lots of people have already fixed their basements and they've done remediation on their own homes, but they're tapped out, credit card, credit line, all these things, and they could really use that money. But it's not, they're past the stage of the NGOs coming into their house. So we have to find a way to free some of this money up and do it responsibly so that there isn't any fraud and crooked guys coming at us to try to get this money from us. But so that's being looked at, and that one's fairly important to me, and I'll be asking those guys to bring something back to us that can maybe start freeing some of this money up for people that don't require NGOs. Alberta First Responders Radio Communication System. This is we made a motion to request the government to consider financial assistance with the implementation of the Alberta First Responders Radio Communication System. This is money we had allocated before, but we'd like to direct other places, so we're asking for the government's assistance in getting the communication system upgraded. Development permit fees for businesses affected by the June 2013 flood. This was passed yesterday. We redefined the motion from the last meeting, and it was voted unanimously to waive the development permit fees for these businesses. So the High River HRAC committee does have a number of citizen appointments to it, and there's 2 members of the MD Council, 2 members of the Town of High River Council. As long as there's citizens from the MD and citizens from the Town of High River, or from the citizens from High River. First one we appointed was Mark Pearl, second Denny Anderson, and third Tim Whitford. This is HRAC has previously been mandated with getting the Worley Parsons software done, which is a tool that we have in this town right now that I can't even imagine going through this and trying to figure out all our burns and dikes and all these things without this software. Being able to run flood scenarios on this software is an amazing tool that we have. Emergency management plan. We did move to adopt the 2005 emergency management draft plan. This was not previously adopted by council, so we did adopt this so that we can use it properly. This plan will be in place up until we have the new emergency management plan completed in May. So it's just an interim plan until we've got some other things done. So that's basically what happened in council yesterday. A couple of things to mention. The High River Policing Committee is having their annual open house at the Highwood Memorial Centre on February 5th at 7 p.m. And this is your opportunity to provide on what priorities our detachment should focus on in 2014. Another one to mention is the Counselling Centre downtown is now open for anybody that needs it, and it's located at 122 4th Avenue Southwest, the old Elements of Health location. And I'll dispel one other rumor that's going around regarding the field house and the lacrosse size. It is regulation size. We checked it out with the Canadian Lacrosse Association, and everything is on the up and up, and we can the Junior B lacrosse group, and they're all good to go. So just to dispel that rumor that it's and we're hoping that the field house is open in early February. There were some delays with the amount of moisture that was in the ground after the flood and getting the new floor to cure properly. So it's on should be open sometime in February, but that's about it. As always, I'm on Facebook and Twitter and everything else, so send me a message if you have any questions. Thank you.